Hi everyone! A few years ago I found myself standing in the corridor outside my office waiting for a teacher. Not because I desperately needed to see them, not because the matter was even urgent, but because they needed me to sign a piece of paper. That piece of paper then needed to go to someone else, who then needed to go to somebody else. And standing there, staring at the form, I had a sudden and slightly uncomfortable thought. Good grief, this entire process has stopped because of me. I was the cork in the bottle, the traffic jam, the one-lane bridge on State Highway 1 during roadworks. I was the bottleneck. Now, before you start feeling guilty, let me reassure you, most bottleneck leaders don't become bottlenecks because they're lazy. They become bottlenecks because they're caring, they're responsible, they're conscientious, they're trying to help. In fact, research from leadership expert Liz Wiseman suggests that many leaders unintentionally diminish the capability of others by becoming the person who must approve, solve, answer, fix, or decide everything. Sound familiar? In schools right now, this challenge is bigger than ever. The educational landscape seems to produce new initiatives, new compliance requirements, new reporting demands, and new expectations every other Tuesday. And when things get really busy like this, leaders often respond by pulling more decisions towards themselves. The problem? Well, the more you collect, the slower everything gets. I once worked with a principal who was absolutely brilliant. The staff loved him. The community trusted him. But every single decision landed on his desk, and staff would ask, can I buy this resource? Can I change this timetable? Can I organise this trip? Can I move these desks? And by the end of the week, he wasn't leading. He was running the world's most expensive permission slip service. The irony is that we often think being involved in everything means we're adding value. Sometimes we're actually just adding delay. And so if you look at research from Amy Edmondson, you'll see that it shows that organizations, they thrive when people feel trusted to make decisions within clear boundaries. Trust speeds things up, you see. Control, it slows things down. So how do you know if you're becoming a bottleneck? Well, try these questions. Do people regularly wait for your approval before acting? Do you answer questions that others could answer? Are meetings delayed because, you're unavailable? Do you feel exhausted while everyone else seems to be waiting? Does your inbox look like a small national emergency? And if you're nodding along, don't panic. The solution isn't to disappear. The solution is just to redesign how your leadership flows. Start by asking a simple question like this. Does this genuinely need me? Not, can I do it? Not, would I do it better? Not, do I have an opinion? Just ask, does this actually require me? Theodore Roosevelt once said very, very famously, the best leader is the one who has sense enough to pick good people to do what needs to be done, and self-restraint enough to keep from meddling while they do it. That's a surprisingly uncomfortable quote for a lot of educational leaders, because you see, most of us got promoted precisely because we were good at doing things. Leadership, however, is often about creating conditions where other people can do things. One of the most useful habits I developed late in my principalship was replacing answers with questions. Instead of, here's what you should do, I'd ask, what do you think we should do? Suddenly, capability started growing everywhere. Confidence grew, ownership grew, and interestingly, my workload actually shrank a bit. Funny how that works. At the heart of this issue is something I've talked about many times before. Leadership isn't actually about proving how indispensable you are. It's about building a place that functions brilliantly even when you're not there. That's not weaknesses, that's legacy. Because ultimately, the goal isn't to become the hero of every story. The goal is to create more heroes. So here's a question I'd leave you with today. What part of your leadership are people currently waiting for that they no longer need to wait for? And the answer to that might just be the key to freeing up your team and your school, and perhaps most importantly, yourself. Now, if you've enjoyed this video, then you'll undoubtedly enjoy reading my latest book, 54 Quotes and Provocations. It's stacked full of great leadership quotes and ideas to help free up your thinking time so that you can enjoy your job a lot more. Go and get your copy now.